I don't really watch mukbangs on YouTube. They're not really my category, as you can probably guess. My category is like makeup YouTube, sometimes doll YouTube, other random things like that, but like mostly the makeup community and the doll community are the main places I hang out. Okay, honestly, I feel kind of like weird doing a mukbang because it's like I'm eating while talking. Isn't that kind of rude? But I guess we're gonna sit down and have a meal together today. So I'll show you what I've got. Sprite. I actually really like Sprite. I know it's kind of controversial. I feel like everyone is having anti-Sprite times. I think it's simple. I like it. Fizzy lemonade is Sprite. I've got, I think it's the large fries. And then I have a Big Mac. Now, as you may know, I am vegetarian. So how I get a Big Mac is without the meat. I'll show you what that looks like. Now, you might think that's depressing or sad if you're a meat eater. Honestly, I really like Big Macs. Like, I like the Big Mac sauce. I love Macca's cheese and all that. And if I want the Big Mac to be a little bit more hearty, what I do is I put some fries into my Big Mac. And it just makes me feel a little bit more like there's more stuff in there. But I'm happy with the Big Mac just as like a bread burger with some lettuce and cheese in it. Like, I like the Big Mac as is. It's got onions. It's got like pickles and sauce and stuff. But I'll add some fries today just for some vibes. What you can also do, this is probably like a very well-known veggie hack, but what you can also do is if you get a Big Mac or any burger really from Macca's, is you can also put a hash brown inside. This is a good one. Oh, happy. Anyway, today, I think I'm going to talk about sponsorships because I've gotten some questions on them previously, both from you guys and from people who are like, hey, want to do like a brand deal or something like that. I thought I'd talk about it here today because it's an interesting topic. And yeah, it's just something that I feel like is easy to talk about because I think I'll just sit down today and share my thoughts about it as I speak with my mouth full. I don't know, it feels kind of weird to me, but whatever. I guess it's like kind of like a chill vibe, you know? So, with sponsorships, I haven't taken any before because I feel like if I was going to do a sponsorship deal with a brand, it'd have to be a brand that I really, really resonate with. And I'm kind of like a small YouTuber, like I'm kind of like no one, so no brands that I'm really, really into have reached out to me. Maybe I should reach out to brands that I'm more into, but I feel like they wouldn't see me because I'm like so small. Would it even be like a good deal for them? Because like, am I really getting enough people engagement over to their product? I don't know. There are brands that I do think are cool that I would be down to do sponsorships with, but it's just like not really my category. All the things that I've shared on my channel so far, all the opinions, all the rants, all the hauls, they've all been sponsored by me. I, as a normal consumer, have just gone out and purchased these products that I'm into. I'm trying to think of an example of like a brand that I would take a sponsorship deal from. I really like Sunbum, like the sunscreen brand. I wash my hair with their shampoo, I love their sunscreens and body care things. And I wish they'd come to Australia more because they're not that available here in Australia. So it'd be cool to be sponsored by them as well or like be on their PR list or something, because then I'd be able to like get access to their products more easily. Obviously, there's a lot of makeup brands that I think would be fun to be on the PR list of. Like, Rare Beauty would be cool, Fenty, those brands that I'm more interested in. But then there's other makeup brands, I'm not going to name any, but like, that I feel negatively towards. But like, there's other brands that I'd be like, no thanks, like, don't sponsor me, I'm not interested, don't send me PR. Okay, here's my thoughts on PR. I have a lot of thoughts on PR. I think it's cool that people get PR. I'm like happy for them and stuff, but I feel like it's really difficult also because I feel like that's so much product coming into your life, it's really easy for me right now because obviously I don't get any PR. I just buy the things I want, you know? And I know it's cool that like influencers get PR, and if I ever got PR, it'd probably be because I'm doing some sort of deal with a brand that I love. And so it'd probably be like, you know, something I'm excited about or like expecting or something. But like these big influencers, I feel so overwhelmed for them. I'm like, oh, you poor thing, you have to sort through so much stuff. They just get so much sent their way, like they could not possibly humanly handle it all. I don't know, it just seems really overwhelming. I also think that it kind of like influences what they speak about, which of course is what the companies are hoping for. Like when they send someone PR, they're hoping that they talk about it. But the thing is, I also like not having PR because it's like I have the freedom to like speak about what I want. I don't feel inclined by any companies to speak about any particular products, and I also I'm not influenced by PR coming in to speak about those things. Like, okay, pretend there's like things you've purchased versus PR. If you are getting PR, you're more likely to talk about those products because you're receiving them rather than organically yourself as a consumer making that choice and seeing, you know, something out in the wild and be like, oh, that's really interesting to me. I'd love to try that, and picking it up by yourself. You know, the company's already made that choice for you by sending it to you. And it's like, is that something that you would have bought necessarily in your day-to-day life? Maybe not. Hi guys. I can see your comments. I'm really like, they like come and they disappear. I'm not really good at seeing them, especially when it's live. When you guys comment on my normal videos, I can see it. But on the lives, it like pops up for a second and disappears. So if I'm like talking or like thinking or something, they disappear before I can see you guys. I did see someone say hello. Hey bestie. Also, something weird about YouTube is weird how on lives all the messages I can like they come up here, but after the live ends those messages disappear. Like I can't find them anymore, and I don't think you guys can find them either. Like you can message anything during a live and say anything, and unless someone's screen recording it, after the live it's all gone. Today is Christmas Eve actually. I should say this so that when I look back on this video in the future, it's Christmas Eve, hence the Christmas tree, hence Thursday's Christmas headband that she lent me. Thank you, Thursday. This is like really good Macca's. Excuse me. Sometimes I feel like when I buy Macca's, it's like not good Macca's. Sometimes it's like fresh and like really good. I'd say this is like an 8 out of 10 in terms of Macca's. This is on its own scale. I wouldn't say Macca's is like an 8 out of 10 in food in general. But for what it is, this is good for Macca's, you know? But yeah, just haven't taken any sponsorships just because I don't want to be locked into anything with brands that I'm not 100% with or like really strongly feeling towards. Like, preferably, I'd like to be in sponsorship deals only with brands that I have found and tried their products myself first and like really been sure before I recommend things to you guys. Because even if the brand is willing to pay me and stuff, I don't want to be recommending things that I don't actually believe in. You know what I mean? Like, sure, everyone loves to get paid, but, like, also, I don't want to be, like, lying just for the dollar, you know? Honestly, I like Sprite. I know people hate it, but... Oops. I prefer Sprite to some other fizzy drinks. I like Sprite and Fanta the most, honestly. I'm more into, like, the citrusy drinks. I would cop Coke or like something like that, but it's just not my preference. Like it's not my first choice. I'll drink it if it's there or if I'm offered it, but like I would choose Fanta over Coke. I don't really drink Sunkist because it's got some ingredient in it that isn't so vegetarian, so I prefer Fanta. I try not to drink Sunkist. Like if there's Sunkist and something else, Sunkist is like my last choice, just because the ingredient, it's like one of the ingredients is for colouring, and I'm not really into it. Hi bestie, I can see you, James. Because you've messaged so many times, I can actually see that it's you before it disappears. Bees poppin'. Poppin' says, oh, it disappeared again. It says, what's your go-to meal at Macca's? Okay, at Macca's, I go for like if I'm going for like a hefty meal, I'm like, oh, I'm hungry, I need a schmeal. I'll go for a Big Mac. Obviously without the meat, of course. When I was a meat eater, I used to like one of the chicken burgers. I don't remember though, because that was like literally so many years ago. I don't remember which chicken burger it was. I probably really liked the chicken nuggets too back when I was a meat eater, but it's so long ago. Excuse me. I really wish Macca's would bring back, well, not that they've had it before, but like bring in chicken nuggets that are vegetarian. I would love that. If I just want a light snack, I usually just go for some fries. Or fries in a soft serve in a cup. Because when you get the soft serve in a cup, you can get sauce on it with M&Ms. Love that combo because it's like you get a mini McFlurry pretty much, but it's so much more affordable. And because it's in the cup, you can like dip your fries in. Love that. I'm trying to think of any other burgers that I love. Honestly, don't even remember. Oh, there is a veggie burger at Macca's. I was so excited when it arrived. Honestly, like as you can tell, I'm still going for a Big Mac without the meat. The veggie patty isn't my favorite. So it's called the McVeggie, but there's also the McVeggie Deluxe. I'm more into the McVeggie Deluxe because it has a little bit more things on it. It has like tomato and like maybe it's just a tomato. The McVeggie Deluxe is a little bit better just because the added veggies and whatever other filling it is makes the patty work a little better. The patty by itself, just on the plain McVeggie, I don't know, not my favorite. But I'm always trying to, you know, if I'm going to Macca's, it's a Macca's budget, so I don't always feel like spending that extra money on a McVeggie Deluxe, whatever it's called. Oh, I got into wraps at one point last year. The Macca's wraps, they kind of can add up, but like the way I do them, just because I'm not buying straight up a wrap, I'm like adding a hash brown to them. But sometimes I do get one of those like chicken wraps and add a hash brown, and that can be quite nice too. I hope I conveyed my thoughts on sponsorships well. I'm going to go into PR a little bit more. Also, I think that Smoky Glow, I reference her channel so much because I love her channel. But Smoky Glow, or Hannah, she has really good videos up on PR and sponsorships. And I feel like my kind of opinions on like the evolution of sponsorships and like, I don't know, the facts she shares and the opinions she shares are similar to my thoughts and opinions, and the facts are facts, so that's that. So I recommend checking out her channel if you're interested more in like sponsorships and PR and like thoughts on them. But I feel like she and I hold probably pretty similar opinions on the two. And if you want a bit of extra background, she obviously dives into that. She has like well-researched videos. I really like her content. It's very high quality. I love just putting it on because you don't really need to see it all the time. I just put it on and like check in on her as I'm like, I don't know, crafting or something. I just pop in, hey, and it's in the background, and like not in the background, like I'm actively listening to it, but it's just like I've got it going as I'm doing something else. I love doing that. Anyway, PR. Yeah, I think I'd only accept PR if it was a company that I really felt passionately about, because I wouldn't want to bring in excess product into my life that I wasn't already like purchasing or something. I'd love to get PR from a company that I already purchased from. I'm going to use Sunbum as an example again, just because Sunbum is a company that I'm like really into right now, especially because it's summer and I wear a lot of sunscreen in summer especially. But you know, Sunbum sunscreen is something I use a lot of, and so it makes sense for me to be on their PR team because it's just like I talk about them so much and I use their products so much that I'd be happy to be on that PR team. But like, I'm trying to think of a company I don't like vibe with. I don't know. I'm not a James Charles fan because of all the inappropriate things that he's done that are just literally illegal. And so pretend if he came out with a makeup brand, I wouldn't want to receive PR from him because I would just be like, no, you know, it's not something I'm into. If it's a company that I don't really vibe, I wouldn't want to receive PR from them because it's like, what's the point? I don't really want to talk about it. Hi, Zabby. I saw Zabby's message. Zabby, I saw your Snapchat arrive like 2 seconds ago and I was like, I'm going to go look at it after this live stream. I wonder if you guys get my phone buzzing as I'm doing lives or if YouTube blocks my phone from buzzing. I don't know. Oh, I only have this much fries left. I'm gonna go when the mukbang's over. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Mukbang? Mukbang? I think it's right. Zabby, I miss you too. And I'm excited to see you at the cheer gym next year, 2022. Let's get this bread. We can hear your phone buzzing. Well, the phone buzzing is just my messages from my bestie Zab, so. I think I've shared all my thoughts on sponsorships and PR. If you're a company that's watching, hey bestie. If you're a company that's watching and you know that I like your products, send me PR. Send me a DM on Instagram. We can link up. I feel like I kind of portrayed a lot of points where it's like I'm like feeling negatively towards PR and sponsorships. It's just because so many people do it like poorly, or like once they start doing sponsorships or PR, they get addicted to it and their whole feed becomes just entirely sponsored posts or entirely PR, and it, like, I don't know, it's just like not as organic feeling anymore. I really like content that's like more genuine feeling. And if people are just getting like just purely sponsored posts, like their whole Instagram feed is just like sponsored pics and stuff, I'm kind of like, I don't know, it just puts me off a little bit, because it's like, are they really, it doesn't feel as organic anymore. It doesn't really feel like I'm following someone that I'm interested in. It feels like I'm just following an advertising company or an advertising thing. And it's just like, I don't know, not the vibes. I really like the crunchy chips at the end. But yeah, I do like think that, you know, sponsorships and PR do make sense. And if it's a company that resonates with you and it like works for you guys, like both parties, I do think it is like a positive interaction, and it like makes sense for both the company and the person who's receiving the sponsorship or PR to have that kind of business going on. I just think that it's kind of been disheartening, especially in the beauty community, to see a lot of those relationships get taken advantage of. Like people, like, just, I don't know, I'm not going to get into it, but you can get like watch Smoky Clothes thing if you want like the things that I'm referring to. But yeah, that's all I really have to say today. I finished my burger. I finished my fries. I'm kind of, okay, when I have Macca's, I always finish the burger first. Like I have a couple fries as I'm like sitting down and everything. I'm like, sit down, eat the whole burger. Then I come back to the fries and finish the fries after the burger. That's my order. And sometimes I have a fry or two in the burger, just if I feel like it. If I don't, I don't. And then I sip the drink all the way through. But after the whole thing, I've got like so much drink left over. It's still up to here. So that's a lot of drink. Even though it's just Sprite and like it's not that expensive to buy Sprite, like I don't know, it's like $1 a litre or something. In my head, when I was a kid, like fizzy drink was such like a special occasion drink. So when I get Sprite, it's very rare that I'll like throw out when there's any drink left. If I have a drink, I will drink the whole drink. I've bought the drink. I'm going to finish my drink. So even though I finished the schmeal, I'll be sipping on this for the rest of the night because I did not waste the drink. That is like, I don't know, it's just not my vibe. Anyway, I have to go edit a vlog because I vlogged my sister and I going to this street that I've already forgotten the name of. It starts with Cheval Street or something. Cheval Street. I don't know. It's a street in Sydney that has really good Christmas lights. They have just like the most amazing displays up every night. Yes, that street that Cheval. You know which one it is, James. Yeah, that street that you literally said in the comments that are going to disappear after this video stops being live. I don't know how to say it, James. If you haven't gone to see those Christmas lights, pop on a mask and head down there right now because they'll still be lit. Literally, they'll still be lit. And also there's this guy driving up and down the street with Santa in the car. It's so cool. It was a good vibe and there was ice cream trucks there and everything. Okay, good that you're going tomorrow. Anyway, ooh. Well, have fun, James. That sounds like a fun time. I'm excited for you. That's a really good like idea as well. Like that's a good way to go and also a fun person to go with. You guys are gonna have fun. I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, okay, I really should go because I'm like running out of like things. I need to go edit that vlog. That's what I was trying to say. I'm going to edit the vlog of me going to see the Christmas lights. And you can see the Christmas lights too in my vlog if you don't live in Sydney or you don't get to make it. Mastermind. If you don't get to, I see you. If you don't get to see the Christmas lights in person, if you don't live in Sydney or anything, I'll put the Christmas lights in the vlog. There's like, I took a lot of footage because they were like really cool. Anyway, catch you later. Thanks for watching. This video is already 20 minutes long. Oopsie, how do I end it? Every time I'm like, now I've forgotten how to end it. Wait, one more thing I want to say. When you go live on YouTube, there's like you have to click if you want it to be like 18 plus and things like that. Don't click. This is for anyone who ever wants to have a YouTube channel and they want to go live. Don't click it's made for kids unless you want to have all the made for kids things. So it like it'll have like restricted or no ads or something because it's like children, they don't want those things for kids. And then also it won't have mini player. I really like watching videos on mini player while I'm scrolling through looking for the next video to watch or something on YouTube, and you can't have mini player on kids if you click. You can't have mini player on vids if they're made for kids. Anyway, that's all. Bye.